What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the physique update from Hunter Labrada. So we are already 8 weeks past Miss Olympia this year and less than 13 weeks out of this upcoming Arnold. And this is the latest physique update from Hunter. So Hunter showed interest in doing this upcoming Arnold before the Olympia this year, but he also said that his decision is going to be based on his blood work, his health, and all his health markers, especially after he's done with the detox phase. And with no Hadi Chopin, no Derek, no Martin, or Nick Walker, none of these guys doing this upcoming Arnold. Let's just hope that Hunter does it, because that way we're gonna have 3 of the top 6 guys from this past Miss Olympia at this upcoming Arnold. Now, if you still do not believe in Hunter's potential, then just remember the head judge of the Olympia, Steve Weinberger, said that Hunter looked like a top 3 material when he first walked out for the prejudging, and it is kinda too bad that he was unable to maintain that initial look throughout the prejudging and especially at the finals, because if he had, he would have definitely beaten Andrew Jacked, and he would have finished in the top 5 at least, because Andrew was just way off, especially at the prejudging. So Hunter basically said he's gonna be in the same condition as he was at Tampa Pro last year, but he's gonna bring a lot more size. And I truly believe that he accomplished both these tasks. So Hunter looked so comparable, standing next to a guy like Hadi Chopin, especially at the prejudging, especially in terms of the size. Plus all those vacuums, especially after Italy Pro this year, they also helped him a lot on the stage, in all of the front shots. So Hunter has been doing the Olympia since 2020, so he has done a total of 5 Olympias already, and I think he has yet to show us his 100%, although he was kinda close at the prejudging this year, but he just could not maintain that look. Now I hope he brings something even more special at this upcoming Arnold. Another off-season physique update from Regan Grimes, weighing 305 pounds, and I think by now all of you guys already know that he's working with Stefan for this comeback. So he basically asked one simple question: does he need more size? Because this is by far the biggest, as well as the leanest Regan has ever been, especially at this kind of body weight. It is even bigger than his time in Kuwait. I am sure some of you guys do remember him going there for a few months and going up to 300 pounds, and that too very fast. But he just ended up doing the classic physique instead. That's a near. Now, as far as how much more size does he really need, I think it is too early to call, because once he gets closer to the contest ready shape, once he gets peeled enough, we will get to see how much muscle he has been able to pack on this year, and how much more does he need to be top 6 at the Olympia level. So for a guy like Regan, who has an unbelievable frame, he can pack on so much muscle and still do not risk his waistline getting wider or getting blocked here. He's a tall guy with awesome aesthetics, and his last show was the Olympia last year, when he finished top 9. I don't think any of us had any complaints about Regan's conditioning at the Olympia that year, because not only he looked so shredded, but also he was big enough, he looked huge, but still not big enough to place top 6. And that was gonna be the same case this year as well, and that is the reason he took the whole year off. Now he hasn't announced any show just yet, but Regan can also commit to this upcoming Arnold to make a great impact, with Samson Dauda as the reigning Miss Olympia during that show, and the fact that Andrew is also gonna be there. So getting a comparison with all these guys, and maybe finish as high as top 3, that too at such a big show, that can give you a lot of momentum for the rest of the year. Not gonna lie, the one guy who has been looking so committed to his training and everything else, and that is gonna play a huge role for his success in 2025, that is none other than the reigning Miss Olympia, Samson Dauda. So the man gets off the juice and still maintains that much size. That is just nuts. We just saw his physique update at 325 pounds, where the man is looking scary big. And the thing is, he doesn't look fat either. Far from that. And this is him, not even pushing anything right now. This is Samson in the detox phase, and still looking so damn good. So he is gonna be so lean at the starting point of his next prep, and that is gonna make the prep a lot easier. So there will be one area where Samson will always be looking to work on, and that is his back. Although we did see a great back double biceps from Samson Dauda at this past Miss Olympia, where he closed the gap significantly between him and Hadi and Derek. But still, there is just no denying the fact that Derek Lunsford, he still has the best back in the business in the entire pro league right now. So other than the size that Samson Dauda brought to this year's Miss Olympia stage, where he made Derek and Hadi look like former 212 bodybuilders, and this is the first time many of us noticed that. And with that, Samson also had great separation and great detail in his hamstrings and glutes as well. And that was also something totally new in Samson's physique this year. And if he continues to improve at the same pace as he did after the Arnold UK this year, he has the second Arnold Classic title already in his bag, and also a check of $500,000. So those of you guys who have been following pro bodybuilding since early 2000s, they must remember this guy, Paco Bautista. Now he wasn't a top Olympian at any point in his career, but he was known for having the most gnarly looking conditioning and grunny looking muscles back in the 90s and the early 2000s. I specifically remember Branch Warren in an interview saying that Paco was probably the only guy who had the same sort of look that Branch Warren had throughout his career. And that is what made Branch Warren so successful throughout his career, even though he did not have the best aesthetics or the best shape in that era. So why am I talking about Paco right now? Because this is a video of him flexing next to a top 212 pro, Angel Calderon, and even Angel is shocked to see the current size of Paco. So he was also known for having those freaky bicep peaks, and he is still rocking those, even to this day. So this guy was a real freak of his time, and you can see the pictures of him next to the likes of Marcus Fool and all these others. And the one problem that most of these guys faced back in that era, back in that time, was Ronnie Coleman. He was the winning champion, and he was just so untouchable in terms of the size and conditioning and the freak factor. So every Olympian, they started chasing more size, and that is why you will see a lot of big guts during that era. And that is why Paco's stomach that also got a lot bigger during the end phase of his career. But his conditioning was definitely one of the best in that era. So not many people have seen this video of Horsemand, aka Marcelo, from this past Big Man weekend. So this shows us why Horsemand plays runner-up, beating some very great bodybuilders. Look at the conditioning on his obliques. Hadi Chopin has that crazy abs shot where he shows those obliques. Now I'm not saying that Horsemand has that same level of conditioning as Hadi Chopin, but this has to be the best obliques we have seen in a while. So Horsemand solidified himself that he's the first call-out guy in every Olympia qualifier. And if he's on, like he was here in Spain, he's gonna beat guys like Andrea Presti, Emir, and so many others. Because we have yet to see Horsemand get compared with the other top Olympians in that sort of conditioning. So his back has improved a lot in just a matter of a few months, from the Arnold this year to the post-Olympia tour. I guess the only thing to address here for Horsemand is to make sure that his waist doesn't grow even a bit moving forward while he packs on more muscle in all the right areas. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.